because of just how large
I
it
watched
is?
a lot of YouTube.
Okay. So, would you agree with the question of then secession? Do states have the right to secede from the union? And okay, cool. And then build smaller communities within themselves. Awesome. Yeah. Well, let's get rid of let's get rid of this big, large federal government and allow the states to do what they want.
I never signed the Constitution. It's a contract that I wasn't privy to, so I shouldn't be held to it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I appreciate the discussion. We'll talk to people.
Thank you. That was very nice. I hope.
James, nice to meet you.
Before you go, what was that country in Syria? Western Kurdistan. Is it the same? So I can search Western Kurdistan and it'll come up the same thing, or is that just where it is?
I think we agree on a lot. I just disagree about what constitutes a state.
I knew a couple of
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking.
do you think it's more official, somebody has to be I am a state?
I don't think it has to be declared. I think a state power can be derived either explicitly or implicitly. And I think that, if you have a school club, for example, with 3 people, that becomes a form of state power. Or, the old situation, people with the 3 guys in life, where they decide to preserve the lives of 2 of them, they decide to use over. I think that would be an example of something you could call a state power, because they are, for the sake of their survival, their best interests, they are.
Right. I think. Oh yeah. So in our majority, there was, which I'm against. I like direct democracy, but representative democracy. The system we have now, any kind of decisions that we need to make, I feel like we can vote on it directly through referendums.
And there's an argument to be made that there's too many layers between the people and the decisions.
Yeah, it's not. It's become basically a pacification mechanism. Because people every 4 years they vote and they feel like they have power, and then the same bullshit happens. Well, I mean Trump too. Nothing really is going to happen.
Trump's a presumptive candidate, though.
No, he's saying that it doesn't matter who wins.
Even if Trump wins, honestly, I feel like most of the things you guys want, I don't even know exactly what you guys want. Even if Trump wins, I don't think he would get it. Even if he actually cared about the American people, the system is stacked against him.
So any president will not have the ability to get through,
not to do real effective change.
But that's the design of the Constitution. The Constitution is designed to set up a legislature that doesn't get things done. That's why we have bicameral.
Pigs here.
There's pigs here. That's why we have 2 houses of Congress. That's why we have judicial review in the Supreme Court. That's why we have the executive who can veto everything. There's supposed to be so many just different machinations in the federal government that can overrule each other and tell each other to stop doing what they're doing, that it's very hard to get things done in the federal government.
Our founding fathers
they designed it without executive orders, without the ability for the president to just unilaterally.
But then executive orders are being used.
Right, that's a problem. Yeah,
right
that's
now.
a problem. Yeah, because people, the executive branch found out they can get away with it. And they realized it blew up under Bush.
But
and then
Congress can do tyrannical things too. They've passed some the
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. That's wrong.
So I mean, it is harder, when you've got the checks and balances, but it can still become tyrannical.
Yes.
Right.
There's a quote from George, or no, not George, but God, one of the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, I'm pretty sure. The wife of the mayor of Philadelphia, after the final congressional convention meeting, asked, what system of government are we going to have in the United States? And he said, a democracy, if you can keep it. And the idea is a democracy requires work. You need to sustain it and keep it working, otherwise it becomes corrupt.
Same with anarchism.
Yes, your government requires vigilance, and when you don't have that, then suddenly things stop working, and then
so maybe this country deserves people are lazy.
And so then
that's the argument for representative democracy, is that people aren't really informed enough to make their own decisions. And that's not.
They're just supposed to trust somebody.
Plus, straight democracy is really hard to make work, and it takes
Especially in a large
ever to get it.
Yeah. Even I was at Occupy, and I saw that happening. We had $26,000 donated to us. We couldn't decide what to spend it on.
Yeah, because everyone has their own things that they want to
and
do.
we needed 90%.
Oh gosh.
So anybody could walk in off the street and be like, no, we should spend it on rocks to throw at the banks. Well, actually, that might be a good idea. But I mean, anybody could come in and fuck up our decision process.
Right.
But that would be more effective, I feel like, in a closed society.
In a small
At Occupy, like I said, anybody could walk in and do it. In a community
with
we're going to
borders?
understand.
We can just board it off. that you need to join through a process?
I personally wouldn't stop anybody from crossing any arbitrary line, except for like local property level.
No, the problem with is when you cross the line and you haven't declared your intention to leave. So you're not going to become a citizen. You're just there to work and take everything you earn and send it somewhere else. I don't have a problem with somebody crossing the border illegally because that's the only way to cross.
But isn't that what Walmart's doing?
But once you get here,
Am I getting a backup
you're
on?
like, hey, I'm a refugee. I'm here to a refugee. We need to state that.
Right.
Local government.
But like, isn't Walmart taking money to another community? Like, Walmart's owned in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Corporations, yes, corporations do before.
Yeah, I'll do it.
How about taking a picture?
Rally. Rally the community.
Everywhere.
Ability to be like, hey, what's nice?
2016. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I care about what really touches my heart.
Can't think of
Great. Thank you.